Howdy, homesteaders. Welcome to another Tuesday night live. All right, and let's go ahead and roll the intro. Okay, so welcome to another Tuesday. I was trying to get things figured out as far as maybe showing a few things that I do when I edit my videos. I know I've had several people ask me about editing. What editing program do you use? What kind of things do you do with your editing? It's different things about editing. I get questions like that. And I thought it might be cool if I could find a way to show you uh, some of the things that I do. But it looks like I'm having a little issue trying to set that up. So I may or may not be able to set that up today. I think I'm going to continue to try. But until then, let's see if anybody shows up. Oh, we got Desi Lou's Garden. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
I think you're new. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Welcome.
All right. Says there's 3 watching now.
Who else watching? Say hello to you too.
Okay. And so I'm going to try to see if I can figure this out. I'm using OBS Studio for our lives, and it does allow us to do some really interesting things, but I'm still learning it. So even though I might know a little bit about video editing, I don't know very much about this OBS Studio. I've only started using it not that long ago. So it's just like, even with the video editing, I didn't know how to do video editing all at once. Actually, I think my first video editor was Windows Movie Maker. And that's what I started with. That was a long time ago. I'm trying to remember when that was. I think it might have been like 2009. So back in 2009, I started with Windows Movie Maker. And I thought it was cool that I could take, 2 different video clips and put them together and put some kind of a transition in the middle. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world when I learned how to do that. I was like, wow, look at that. It's very simple, very easy. And then when I learned how to put text over the video, whoa, now that was really something. I was surprised about that. And then later on I learned how to put pictures over top of video. Then I felt like I was really getting somewhere. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I've learned gradually over the years. And so I didn't go to a school to learn how to video edit. There are schools out there that can teach you how to do video editing. They do exist. But really I'm pretty much either self-taught or I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of other people teaching little tidbits here and there, and over time I've just pieced it together. So that's how I've done my video editing, and I'm still getting better, and I'm still learning. Oh, the air conditioning just kicked on. Can you still hear us? Can you still hear us very, very good? Or
Hello.
is it distorted?
Hello, Rocky Homestead. And Mama Mitzi.
Mommy
Hello.
Mitzi, welcome. Welcome.
It was so nice getting to meet you.
Mm-hmm. So does the air conditioner sound too bad over the microphone, or can you still hear us really good? Looks like we just had a brown out there. Our electricity just blinked.
Yep, we're fine.
All right, just want to make sure we're fine. It's really a pretty good microphone.
Hey.
I got this microphone off Amazon. It seems so far it's been doing really good every time I've used it. So it's really, really nice.
Hey. Hello, Fairy Tale Creations.
All right.
Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Make yourself at home.
All right, so
Oh, Wonderlust.
I'm gonna try to find some way to make this work. And I'll probably give up here in a few minutes. I just want to see if it might be something easy that I'm overlooking. But so far, it's giving me a hard time. Let's see here. Let's try this, I guess. And that's not right. Okay. Yeah, looks like if this doesn't work, I'm going to try something on another time. That's what happens when you think of stuff last minute. You think, oh, well, it's click this button, click that button, and sure, it'll work, right? Well, sometimes maybe not. Okay, try this one. Alright. Nope. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to figure it out today. So, let's put that back there. And let's go on without it. But I think I am going to try at some future Tuesday. I'll just try to make it next Tuesday night. I am going to try to figure out how to make this work to where I can actually show you how to do some things in video editing that might help you out on your channel. But I'm going to have to wait till next Tuesday because I'm just not ready today.
Hello, Deborah E. Welcome. So glad to see you come by again.
But I will say that what I am using for my video editing is I'm using Cyberlink PowerDirector 16 Ultimate. I know that's a mouthful, but that's what I'm using. It's actually something that I did pay for. But as far as an amateur video editing program, it's very good. And it only cost me, I think for the whole thing, it's a suite. It comes with video editing, audio editing, color editing, a lot of different features that came with it. I think I only paid like $160. So I thought that was pretty reasonable. I mean, it's a lot better than paying, I think Adobe, to get the entire Adobe suite was like $1,200 or more, sometimes $2,500. And then I think just for the Adobe Premiere was like $600 or something like that. But now they have you do the cloud where you pay $50 a month forever, and then you can use that. But I've heard a lot of people say that they've had problems with Adobe, that Adobe is not as good as it used to be. So I'm happy with what I've got.
It does a good job.
Right. Then they have the other free ones out there, like Filmora. I haven't done anything with Filmora. I've never even tried it. And the main reason why I haven't even tried it is that I've had other freeware programs like Blender 3D. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but Blender 3D is a free computer rendering program, and you can do computer three-dimensional computer graphics on it. But because it is free and it's freeware, it's very hard, very difficult to understand, right? Something I've come to know about things that you pay money for, usually if you pay money for something, it's a lot easier to use. So that's the reason why I chose what I chose. So let's see who's here. All right. Wanderlust Homesteaders are here. Hello.
Hello.
It's good meeting you at the conference. All right. Fairy Tale Creations waving at us. We're waving back, right?
I think I told him.
And let me see here. Deborah E., greetings all.
Oh, Oh, Samson Farms. Hello.
Yeah, Samson Farms. Hey, how's it going?
Didn't see you come in. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Hope everything went really good at the farmer's market on Saturday.
He went to a farmer's market?
Well, he goes to the farmer's market to sell things.
Oh, that's
Because
good.
he is a farmer. Farmers go to the farmer's market.
He has a. I saw a video on his gardens, and they're much further along and really, really beautiful, really
Oh,
good
that's
shape.
good.
Yeah,
All right.
a lot of peppers and tomatoes.
So, I did. Yeah, my wife was watching your live yesterday. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
really
she
good.
knows. I said hello to her. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Good first live. You did good.
Yeah. So, since I didn't actually watch it, how do you think it went?
It went well. She had people coming in and talking to her and having conversations with her, and she did really well.
That's good.
Yeah, she
That's
did
good.
real well.
So yeah, be encouraged, and you did a good job.
Her camera was good, and you could see her real well and hear her real good. Yeah, she did real good. I'm no expert though.
Right.
Don't look at me.
Well,
He
I don't
said
know.
s-
Maybe you are an expert, honey. Have you watched a lot of lives?
Yeah.
All you gotta do to be an expert is just to do something a lot. So, if you do a lot of watching, you might be an expert watcher. Right?
Oh, Samson Farm said I do well at the market. I still have more to plant. Oh, LOL.
Yeah.
We always feel that way, don't we? When we have a nice sized garden. You got a fall garden, you got a spring
Right.
garden, a summer garden.
Yeah, we are really way behind the curve on our planting.
Oh.
Right now, we got everything in pots, hoping that everything will just barely make it by. I think some of the things that we've got planted probably will not make it. And there's
Yeah.
some things that you have to direct seed that we might be almost too late for. So, but it's all because, we just don't have the funds. Money goes this direction, money goes that direction, and we just haven't had the money for the dirt and everything to put in the raised beds. Plus, the raised beds themselves, get them built. If we get anything this year, it'll be a miracle.
If we do, we do. If we don't, we
Right.
don't.
But, sometimes you just got to try and do it anyway. And, if you try and do it anyway, if nothing good comes from it, well, I can understand you'd be a little disappointed from that. But I think that something's going to make it. If nothing else makes it, if everything else dies, I'm pretty sure that our tomatoes will probably make it, like the gold medals.
The gold medals will. We have a few of after the last transplanting, a lot of the mortgage lifters started struggling. But
They're bouncing back, right?
it's a few of them. Yeah, a good amount. Probably about 10, 15 maybe.
Mhm.
But we had a lot. We probably had about 40 of those. But the gold medal, something about an orange tomato. We had Valencias one year, and all the other ones were struggling because it was a new garden, and we really didn't have the money that year for fertilizer. But everything else struggled.
Just like the word Valencia, the way it sounds, like an orange, a Valencia orange. These were orange tomatoes, and they were very robust. And we were growing them in like clay. We tried to fertilize it the best we could, but still, after we've tilled it up, we fertilized it, did everything we could to it. It really was growing in clay, and those orange tomatoes, they grew, and they're really the only thing that, other than the green beans, that even put forth anything. Oh, we also had cucumbers.
Cucumbers did well, and okra.
Yeah. And okra was really good.
We did, really well in okra. Hey, welcome to Wild Onions. Thanks for coming.
And actually, I was kind of thinking. I haven't told my wife this yet.
Oh.
But I have been thinking that as long as it's taking me to get a raised bed done, it might be a good idea. I have a tiller out there. If I can just get some tires to put on my tiller, maybe I can just till out some land, get something tilled up, and just plant some beans.
And fertilize them with rabbit manure.
Yeah, with whatever little rabbit manure we have left.
We have a good amount.
And then maybe plant some cucumbers and some okra, and just put those directly into the ground, and don't even worry about putting them in a raised bed. I was thinking about that earlier this past week, and I might end up doing that because we're making our raised beds out of pallets, and even though it's affordable, we got some pallets for free. It's a lot of hard work. So,
Welcome, Busy Little House. And now that I see Two Wild Onions in the chat, I wanted to say that they're going to be having a live stream next Tuesday. They're going to have a live next Tuesday, and I wanted to promote
Okay.
that.
it's not tonight?
No, they
Okay.
had to cancel tonight. They were going to do tonight. They were going to be right after us. We do 7 to 8 o'clock Central, which would be 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern, and they're going to start at 9 o'clock Eastern. I do believe. If I'm wrong, please
So it'll be
correct me.
right after our show next
Yeah,
week.
right after our show next week. I really wanted to promote them. They have a very, very, very interesting channel. I really love their channel. She has a lot. When I had my small homestead a long time ago in Ohio, I did a lot of things that she does in her garden, her cottage garden, and I love it. So I love watching her channel, see what she's harvesting, and she's got a lot of very interesting. She does a lot of interesting things. She doesn't just do regular canning. She does chutneys and a lot of fermenting, and it's very interesting. I love her channel. Their channel.
Okay. Another thing I want to mention is I think Mama Mitzi, she was at the conference, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you would check by her channel for videos about the conference.
Yeah.
Also check out Fairy Tale Creations, and check out
Mimsy's.
Single Family Dad,
Yep. And Mimsy's Garden.
Mimsy's Garden. Check out those channels. I'm not sure if Wonderlust Homesteaders has a video up or not. They might, or they might have a video up coming up soon. So keep a lookout for that on their channel. But it was a really good conference. We had a great time.
Yeah.
We learned some things.
Mhm.
We had spent a lot of times talking with people. Had a really good visit with everybody. Actually, there was a time during the Single Family Dad
Live stream.
live stream from the event that all the YouTube channels that we knew of, we'd all just kind of just got together and had our own little get together right there on Single Family Dad's live show. And if you haven't seen that, check that out.
Yep.
So and that was really good, and we
Then I
really
went and, I'm sorry.
we really enjoyed that.
Then we went off to the side, and I got to face paint his little girl, and there was another little girl with her, her little friend. So I face painted them both as princesses. So.
Yeah, even Fairy Tale Creations got face painted.
Oh yeah, she did. She looked really cute
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So yeah, it was just a really fun time, and really enjoyed it. And I've already got a video up, but it's not the only one. I have more footage. I actually had too much footage to squeeze into one video, so I'm gonna make a second video. Sometimes that happens with these conferences. There's just so much going on, so many things that happen, and you don't want to leave anything out because all of it, all of it's interesting. All of it's really fun. So I'm gonna make a second video. So it's coming soon.
Is that McLendon Homestead? Is that how you would say that?
McLinden Homestead.
Yeah, they're new. Welcome.
All right, yeah, McLinden Homestead. That sounds like a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So when you get a chance,
Check them out. Yes.
check them out sometime when you get a chance.
Yes.
Put them on your list. All right. So, see, well, what can we talk about today?
I know.
What's that?
Where we might be going in, or where we are going to be going at the end of July.
At the end of July. Oh, yeah. We have decided
Yep.
at the end of July to go to the Hootenanny
Yep.
up in Michigan.
The Pratt family.
Pratt family homestead, right?
Yep.
or is it Pratt Family Farms?
I don't. I
What
just
is-
know.
oh.
We need to find out.
We just know them as the Pratt family. That's all we
Yeah.
know. Let's take a look here. Okay, so
We're excited about it, and I'm going to be doing a like a mini class on how to make. I'm going to do a tutorial on making rag rugs, on how to make toothbrush rugs, and so I'm going to bring scraps with me, and a bunch of needles. Make some needles up so everybody gets a chance to try it, and so everybody can start a rug for themselves. And I'll give away the strips, and they can go home and finish it. So I thought that would be fun.
okay, I just put it in the chat. A link to the Pratt Family Homestead. I was right the first time, but I put a link on there. So check them out whenever you get a chance. They're really fairly well known.
I love their talk.
Yeah, they're a fairly well known channel. They got a lot of great videos, a lot of content.
Yes.
If you want to learn how to do canning or preserving of meats, it's a really good place to check out for that.
Yep.
They got pigs. They've had chickens,
They gave a talk
goats. They've had all kinds of things going on there.
They gave a talk at the Appalachian Homesteading Conference about meat on the family farm, and about how they haven't bought meat from the grocery store in 3 years. They said.
And he says they go there sometimes, but basically for 3 years, they've provided all the meat for their homestead.
Yeah, he said occasionally he'd buy a steak or two if he had
Right.
friends coming.
And then here recently they bought half of a cow,
Yep.
and they've done that twice. So over the past year or two, they've bought like a whole cow from someone, but still, they knew that the cow was grass fed, so they knew who it was grown by and how it was taken care of. So still, it was really good. So we had a really good conversation with them, and we interviewed them,
Yeah,
and that's coming on the next video.
that was a good interview too.
Yeah, I think so. So,
Mhm.
yeah, the Pratt family interview is coming on the next conference video. I'm going to be releasing a little bit later this week.
Yep.
So keep an eye out for that.
Oh, Country Homestead Preacher came by. Hello, thank you, welcome. Didn't y'all have a nice time at the homesteading conference?
Yeah, Country Homestead Preacher. Yeah, we had a great time
Yep.
at the conference.
We had a good time.
It was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. There was a lot more going on. They had reenactors outside
Yeah.
that they were set up. They had two blacksmiths working under a tent outside, so they had blacksmiths working out there. They were dressed up in kilts.
The other one was just
I
dressed
thought
up
they
in
both were.
18th century. No.
Oh, okay. So one was Celtic, the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were two different people,
Okay.
but they
so
were close to each other.
and they were under the same tent. You're not talking about what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, there's blacksmiths there. You can see that in the video that I already put out. They also had some old tractors, some old machinery, and I find that a little fascinating myself. It just shows the ingenuity that people had maybe about 100 years ago. So that's really nice. And see, what else did they have there? They had Native Americans that were there, and they had different booths set up for that. If you want to learn about Native American history, that was also there.
The Trail of I'm sorry.
They had some good vendors that were there.
It was the Trail of Tears. They were giving the history on the Trail of Tears, how the North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia evacuated, made all the Cherokee leave. In North Carolina, South Carolina, they didn't make them all leave, but in Georgia, they made them all leave.
Right. So if you want to learn a little about history, it was a really good event for history. And then there were some other vendors that were interesting, like the soaps and essential oils, and I think it was crocheted little doodads from Angela. And that's also on my video that I covered already.
Daisy King Farms, they also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, they have a YouTube channel. So is that the name of their channel?
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed her booth, and she was very encouraging. She watches our channel, and I didn't know that when I walked up to her booth, and She was very encouraging. She said we were doing a good job. So, and she liked coming by. So you never know if how good you're doing or if people find it interesting, and until I guess people you get to meet people and they tell you how well they like your channel. So it was really a blessing to get to talk to her. It was
And
really a blessing.
there's her link. I just put that in the chat. And I got to tell you, it's a little bit weird for us because we are still such a small channel that when we go to someplace like that people are recognizing us, and that's interesting. It's kind of fun. We're like, well, we did. Sometimes we don't think anybody's watching us. That's what it feels like sometimes. You're like,
Sometimes.
well, you put up videos, and we got 700 subscribers, but this doesn't feel like anybody's watching sometimes. And then when you go out and you walk around and say, hey, how's it going, Micro Farm Starter? I'm like, whoa, hey, how's it going? And hey, how's it going, Miss K? And it's just, we're not used to it, so it's interesting.
Fairy Creations I did too. I really enjoyed the old Alabama gardener.
Right.
And I didn't get a chance to listen to his whole talk, but while I was sitting there watching him, I did get a chance to learn about tomatoes and how to actually make shells easy for the tomatoes to absorb. You got to mix the eggshells ground up powder with some vinegar, let that break down, and then you add that to the tomatoes when you plant them, and that's supposed to help the blossom end rot problem.
So basically, the vinegar brings the calcium out of the eggshells.
Yep.
It breaks it down. It releases the calcium. So then when you put that on your tomatoes, it gives that plant a calcium boost.
Yeah, and then the calcium neutralizes the acidity of the vinegar so that the vinegar does not hurt the plant. Because if you throw vinegar on grass, on plants, it will kill them. So they kind of help each other out. So
Yeah, I've actually heard that once before. It's been years ago, back when I was trying to build my blueberry empire, which never really amounted to anything. But anyway, I guess the Amish and Mennonite people in the area here had advised that you could use I think it was called a liquid, maybe it was liquid sulfur or something like that. But you had to use calcium with it because the calcium actually would stabilize the sulfur, and then the sulfur would break down and bring out the calcium, and both of them working together is supposed to work really good for blueberries. I did not have a chance to check it out, but sometimes you can do that. You can find out different, very natural things that you can work together, and they actually have chemical reactions that are very good.
Fairy Tale Creations, that's good that you took notes. I wanted to. I was looking through my purse for a piece of paper. I did actually find something to write that down on. I actually wrote down the measurements of how much of each of the crushed eggshells and the vinegar. So I do have that little concoction written down. And, but I wanted to have a whole notebook to take. That was good that you brought a notebook because he had some really good information.
Right. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and get the link to his channel.
Yeah, he was very friendly, too. Very, very nice man. I got to say hello to him and thank him for that information.
Here's a link to Old Alabama Gardener's YouTube channel. I put that in the chat as well. So if you get a chance, check him out. And he told, I think you talked to him briefly. Did you talk to him briefly or something like that?
Yeah, I said hello to him and told him how much that I enjoyed his talk about
Right.
what I learned from him.
And he said that everything he teaches is found on his YouTube page.
Yep.
So if you missed out anything on his talk, or if you wanted to get a little bit more than what he shared in his talk, he has everything already on his YouTube channel, like over 300 videos. I think it's like 364 videos on his channel.
Wow.
So that's a lot of content. It's
Hello,
a lot of
Grandma
content.
Karen. Welcome.
So, yeah, 364 videos.
Wow.
So that's a lot. That's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information. I'm sure a lot of it's on tomatoes.
All right. Grammy Karen said she really liked your face painting
Well,
that
thank
you
you.
did for a little Elin.
Thank you. I used to do it for birthday parties and fairs and company picnics and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I enjoy it. And the best part is when they get to see themselves. It really blesses me to make them smile. It makes me happy to make them happy.
Yeah, and actually, that's another thing too. We are planning on being at the Homesteading Life Conference in Hannibal, Missouri, in August. If you haven't gotten your tickets for that, you might want to hurry up and get that done, especially if you're going to do the riverboat. But my wife's going to be doing face painting there, also some balloon creations. So if you have children and you like face painting, or you don't have to be a child to like face painting now, you know. So if you like face painting, my wife is going to be doing that at the Homesteading Life Conference in Hannibal, Missouri.
Yeah, Fairy Tale Creations let me paint her too, so it actually looked really pretty on her. It looked really pretty. I like putting the glitter on too, so I have a little spray bottle.
All right. So, yeah, and if you have any questions for us, don't hesitate to put that in the chat. So, it's really good. Yeah, Mimsy met the old Alabama gardener in person.
Yeah, she was really excited. So she told me she was excited to meet him.
Right. I think that was the main reason why she wanted to go to the conference. I think because he just knows so much. He has a lot of information.
Well, welcome back, McLendon.
Yeah,
Homestead.
McLendon Homestead. They
Welcome back.
lost their connection.
I'm glad you made it back.
All right.
So I'm excited about going to the Hootenanny.
Yeah, and we didn't even get to that part.
We started.
Yeah, we're going to the Hootenanny in Michigan, Pratt Family Homestead, and then at the Hootenanny, my wife's going to be a demonstrator, and she's going to be demonstrating toothbrush rugs. So I know there's been some activity about people asking about the toothbrush rugs, wanting her to make a video, and hopefully by then we'll have a video made. But if we don't have a video made by then, at the end of July, I think July 27th.
July 27th, 2 days before my birthday. No, 27th,
3 days.
30. 3 days before my birthday.
Right, so July 27th, she's going to be giving demonstrations on toothbrush rugs. And hopefully, maybe we'll have some, what are those called? Pot warmers, or what are those things called? Hot pads.
Hot pat. I can make them so that they're just big enough so you can put your, cast iron on them, so you can put it on the table, or you could put your, I don't know, any casserole dish on it so that it won't burn your table. It's really nice and thick, so it'll protect it.
So maybe she'll have a few of those ready, and those will probably sell out pretty quick.
Hey, Malachi.
So, just so you know. Yeah, our friend Malachi is here. Welcome. Welcome. All right, so let me see. We got that. We going to the Hootenanny in Michigan, July 27th. And then in August, we're going to the Homesteading Life Conference. Wow. We're going to be pretty busy. Actually, earlier in July, we're going to be going to Lancaster County for the Sight and Sound Theater's production of Jesus. So we're going to be doing that July 6th.
I'm excited about that.
So we're traveling somewhere July 6th, traveling somewhere July 27th, traveling somewhere in August. I don't know the exact dates. And then also traveling somewhere, in October, because I'm going to Israel in October.
He's going to Israel, and I'll be going to stay with my sister's.
Yeah, some friends
Some
near
friends of ours.
yeah.
Yeah.
In Georgia.
In Georgia, I'm excited.
So that's going to be pretty exciting. So that's a lot of traveling this year. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know how it's all going to happen. But somehow, hopefully, we'll get it all figured out.
Oh, it'll get figured out. Grandma Karen said, that is neat. You and your hubby have the same date of birth. No, not the same day
Same month.
Same month. He's July 1st. I'm July 30th. So he's at the very beginning. I'm at the very end. So
Well, close to the very end.
yeah, one day away from the very last day. Yeah.
Right.
One day. But yeah, so it's kind of neat. Yeah, I found it interesting when we first started courting that our birthdays were in the same month. Yeah.
And I think it's kind of interesting to me, I think, is we both belong to the Ruby Tuesdays Club, and we both get a free birthday burger. So, so we get to go out, and they give it to you for the whole month of July. So she gets her birthday burger, I get my birthday burger, and we can actually do it at the same time and have a free night out.
Yep. McLandon Homestead asked if we were going to HOA. We can't make it to the Homesteaders of America conference because it's very close to the date that my husband will be going
To Israel.
to Israel for outreach.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be the exact same time.
Yeah.
So during the time I'm in Israel, that's when the Homesteaders of America conference is taking place, and we just simply can't do both.
No.
So not this year. We did enjoy it last year. It was interesting. We did like it.
And I would never think of going by myself.
No. It doesn't work that way.
Nope.
And plus, like I said, we're going to all these different places. I just named off 1, 2, 3, at least 4 different things that we're going to be doing this year.
Busy summer.
That's pretty active, if you ask me.
Yeah, we're pretty busy.
So we're going to have a hard time keeping up with that as it is. But we did go to the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference this past weekend. We are planning on going to the Hootenanny, and we are planning on going to the Homesteaders Life Conference. That's a lot of traveling, so that's pretty good.
The Stivers are going to be having a meetup in November, a harvest celebration in November. So someone asked if we'll be going to that.
I have no idea. We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
It's possible. They live close enough to where it's only like 2.5 hours away. So that's possible. Sampson Farms is mentioning that there's also a September homesteader picnic.
Now, who's putting that on Sampson Farm?
Yeah, we don't really know about that one.
His first name.
So that's the first time we've heard of that one. But yeah, maybe we'll Google that and see a little bit more about that. Actually, I do need to Google something anyway.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if this comes up this time. I know last time I came here it was just a blank page. Okay, this one, oh, there we go. It's not a blank page anymore.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
You're going to share that?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You know, they can hear us talking, so you know.
I know.
All right, so let me get this on here. And I'm going to put the link to the Homesteading Life Conference in Hannibal, Missouri. That way you can check that website out. And let's see here. It says Strainfield Farm is doing the picnic.
They're in Kentucky. I know that.
Okay, well, if it's
Yeah.
fairly close, Grand Rivers, Kentucky. Let me look that up. All right. Let's see here. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for telling us about that one. I didn't know about that one. I go to their channel occasionally, but I must have missed it.
All right. Internet's a little slow because we're doing our live stream, so it slows things down a little bit.
It's slow sometimes, anyways.
Well, it's probably not slow by other people's standards, but it sometimes can lag. Let's see here. It's still trying to figure out where we're at. Let me see here. Start a chart starting point. Hope it doesn't freeze up on us.
Oh no, that'd be bad.
it is.
There we go.
It wasn't showing our location. Okay, so it's about 3 hours.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too terrible. It looks like it's
Yeah.
out towards Paducah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to Paducah, so yeah, it's like 3 hours away.
Yeah, I knew they were on the other side of Bowling Green, right?
Yeah, Bowling Green is way over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's Bowling Green right
there
here.
it is.
So you got to go up towards Elizabethtown and then hit straight on out
Okay.
from Elizabethtown. So it's quite a ways, but 3 hour drive. So it's 3 hours there, 3 hours back. It's 6 hours on the road. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see once we get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell right now because, like I said, we're going to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, July 6th. And then we're going to be going to Michigan, July 27th. And then we're going to be going to Missouri in
August.
August.
Wow, it's a crazy summer.
And then we're going to be going to Georgia. And then I'm going to Israel in October. So
maybe in September.
it depends on how thin we're already stretched.
Mhm.
We may already be stretched too thin to go there. And we also have other things that we do, ministry and stuff like that. So I've got to balance everything out. So we have a lot of stuff that we do other than just homesteading. So, all right. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it or not, but I think our plates are pretty much full already. But we will see if it's something that we could easily do. Maybe we will, but it could be, it could be too much for us. So it just depends on how it all works out. It's always hard to do the balancing game. You know what I mean? You got to balance this and that, and there's how much can you afford? Do you have the time off? Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, time off.
Other activities that you have planned. It's just hard to balance everything out sometimes. Plus, if we have any kind of farming going on, who's going to watch everything while we're gone? So everything has a lot involved in it. So we'll have to wait and see. But
Bye,
yeah,
Karen.
if any of you want to go to those things, feel free. If you want to go to the picnic, sounds like a really good event.
Yeah, it does.
So it sounds like a good event. The Stivers get together in November. That sounds like a good event. So they all to me, they sound like good events. Homestead of America, definitely a good event. It just I don't think we can make it to those, but we'll see. All right.
I'm just happy to be able to go to the ones we're already going.
Oh yeah. And plus, you never know. I'd like to. I'd rather show up someplace and say, "Oh, I made it," than say, "Oh, we're going," and then all of a sudden we can't go.
McLendon Homestead said, "What all do you have on your homestead?" So
Well,
we're kind of
not
building.
Yeah, we're building up.
We're building back up.
We don't have a whole lot. We've been moving around a lot. If you haven't followed our story, I think in a 2-year period we moved like 6 times in 2 years. I think somewhere around that. We moved a lot. We moved a lot of different places. We moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, at least 5 times in 2 years. And then we moved from here over to another place. And then we moved from that place back to this place. So if you count all the moves that since we've been married, that's 5, 6, 7. We moved 7 times since we've been married.
7 times in 5 years.
Yeah, 7 times in 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of moving. And if you've ever moved, you know that it takes a lot out of you. It's hard to get anything established when you move around like that. So we are building everything up from scratch right now. Like I said, we have some plants out there in pots, but we're really trying to fight the clock to get everything in place so that they don't die on us, so they can actually produce something.
They are doing really well right now. They're
Right.
growing right now, but because we just transplanted them into bigger pots, so they are starting to really start growing now. But yeah, they do need to be in the ground soon. So
As far as animals, we're hoping to get some quail.
yep,
Also hoping to get some rabbits going again, and maybe do some meat birds. sometime before winter, but we'll see.
Yep.
Because with everything else that we're balancing around, you have to have time for everything. The good thing about the meat birds is that only takes about 8 weeks, start to finish. So somewhere in between one of these times, like sometime between now and July, maybe we can do some meat birds. There's 8 weeks there, maybe. Then there's between August and October. There's a time slot there that we might be able to do some meat birds between August and October.
And it doesn't really get cold here until this, late November. So.
And we do have someone who said that she would watch our homestead if we had like rabbits and quail. But still, it depends on whether or not she's got anything else planned. It just depends on that. So there's just a lot of things you have to plan and schedule to make something work. So we'll see.
Utter Chaos Homestead says, hope you all are having a good evening. Just tuned in.
All right,
hey, welcome.
All right. So.
Quail, just saying.
Yeah, just saying. Quail.
Just saying, quail.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. We
want quail.
Yeah, we'd like to get some quail. We have some old rabbit cages. We might be able to tweak a little bit to turn them into quail cages. So there might be a possibility on that.
And we really do want to get them from him.
Yeah,
that's what we said.
Yeah, Samson Farms. He's got a lot of videos on quail. I really need to check out his channel. A lot of good quail videos on there.
Oh, we made it over 700.
Yeah, we are over
yes,
700.
Thank you all to all the new subscribers. We made it over 700.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for helping us with that.
Thank you so much.
Do appreciate that.
Yes.
Still trying to get to 1,000. Hopefully we'll get there.
We're close. 300 away.
Mm-hmm. Let me check something else.
I think we're at 710 right now, so 390 away.
Mm-hmm. They said 711.
Oh, 711?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, good.
We're at 711, and right now our watch time minutes for the last 28 days is 42,000 watch time minutes.
That's good.
So let's do a little mathematics here real quick. I'd like to know where I'm at. 42,000 divided by 60. That's 700 hours. We've got 700 hours of watch time for the past 28 days. Multiply that by 12, which means we would have 8,400 hours for the year.
How much do you need in 1 month to get monetized once you get the subscribers?
Well, you have to have an average of 4,000 hours per year.
Oh.
So we've more than doubled our watch time.
Wow.
We just need to get to 1,000.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, we just got to get to 1,000.
Right. So that is good news for us. And there's a lot of extra things too. Thank you so much. Thanks for the encouragement, Fairy Tale Creations, and also Malachi. Thank you for the encouragement on that. Yeah, he was subscriber number 13.
Hey.
Malachi's been here since subscriber 13.
Thank you, Malachi.
So yeah, he's been with us from the beginning. All right.
Well, I've told a few people that we were stuck at 16 subscribers for months. And I did not think we'd go past 16 for the longest time. I did not think we'd make it past, and we did. So.
Right. Oh yeah, I will do that. Fairy Tale Creations. Thanks for reminding me. As far as applying early for the monetization, I'm not even sure. I might have already done that because let me take a look here. That's under channel. So channel monetization. Okay, I haven't done that yet. Okay.
So now would be a good time.
It says read and agree.
Not at the moment.
Okay, I have to go through these. Okay, we will do this not during the live show. That looks a little involved.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, we still need to do that. All right.
Yes, Samson Farm, you were one of our first subscribers too.
Yeah, he was with us since the beginning as well.
yeah, show that.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you're doing really, really good.
Yeah, 149 over a couple months. That's very good.
You're doing really, really good. I mean, I'm telling you, we were there for months at that, but we didn't know how to get subscribers.
Right.
We didn't know how to do it. We didn't know to go on lives and talk, and we didn't know about leaving comments on other people's channels. I didn't know all those little ways of getting people to notice your channel.
Yeah, really, you just have to get engaged in the community.
Yes, yes.
And that's really what you have to do. But that's not all you have to do. You still have to make sure that you put out good videos with good content,
Yep,
things that people want to watch,
yep.
and that's important too. So that's why I'm so overjoyed at our watch time minutes. What that tells me that we have less than 1,000 subscribers, but we still have more than double the watch time minutes. That tells me that we're making good content, that people like watching our videos, and that I really like that. I really like that the videos that I'm putting out, people like to watch them. So I really, really, really like that a lot.
I need to say hi to someone that I considered her a friend for years now. We just kind of lost touch. Is Homesteading Tessie. I knew her way before she was Homesteading Tessie. She had a blog, and I remember when we first became friends on our blogs. I still have my blog. I just haven't really added to it in a long time. It's called Lilac Cottage Goats, or Lilac Cottage, Lilac Cottage Homemaking, I think it is called nowadays. I think I changed it. But anyways, Homesteading Tessie, I am so happy for you. I really, truly am. I've had problems with my teeth and self-conscious, and I'm just so happy for you. And thank you for coming by, sister. Yes, we are sisters. Sisters in the Lord. Praise God.
I'm going to go ahead and put a link to her channel.
Yes.
You can check out her channel when you get a chance.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to be commenting more regularly. And you have done so well with your channel. I am just so happy for you and your channel. And I'm so happy you still have your little homestead going. I remember your first chickens were not even laying hens. They were meat chickens that you didn't, you kept them so long they started laying eggs for you. They were Cornish crosses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she kept them alive. She didn't let them get too heavy. Isn't this crazy how I remember all this? This was probably about 10 years ago, probably. And yeah, so I've known her for a long time. I'm
Right.
so happy for her. She's got a lot of subscribers, and I'm really, really, really happy for you.
All right. So, yeah, then once we get to 1,000, we'll be able to do live streams from our cell phones. And then when we go to these events, maybe we can do a couple live streams from the events.
Oh, that'd be
So
fun.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
But we have to get to 1,000.
We've got to get to 1,000.
Right. I'm coming up with a good idea for a collaboration. That should be rolling out here pretty soon. And I'll just go ahead and kind of explain it here. But I'm going to roll it out with a separate video, so it's going to explain it. But the way I'm going to do the collaboration is that if everyone would pick one of their favorite videos that we have on our channel, right? Pick one of their favorite videos that they like of ours, and they were to share it to either Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and share that. And then after they've shared that video, come back to the video that I'm going to make. I haven't made it yet. And then they say, I'm in. And then what I'll do is I will do a giveaway to all of those people who've chosen one video that they've liked, like their favorite video of all the videos that we've got, their favorite one, and they've shared it, and they say, I'm in. Then I'll go ahead and put them on a list, and we'll do a drawing, and we'll give away a special gift. Give away a special gift, and hopefully we'll make it to 1,000. Hopefully that will be the collaboration that gets us over the top.
I was thinking about maybe a rug.
Oh, My wife's talking about making a rug.
I'm not talking a small rug. I'm talking a 30 by 40. So,
Okay.
uh,
You gonna have time to make it?
well,
Because you're gonna be doing the hot pads, right?
yeah, what I can do is just work on it, do some hot pads, and just keep working on it. And then, if they're patient, then whenever whoever wins, I'll send it to them.
Okay, so
I have to work on it, but I do want to
that's
make
one
it.
possibility. I'll think about that. I don't know if we're gonna do the rug thing because that might take too long. I want to just basically do a giveaway where it's like, look, we got this really nice gift,
Okay.
and if you share a video and you put yourself on the list, I'm gonna randomly pick someone as a winner, and then they're gonna get this really nice gift, and we'll do something like that because the rug, with everything else that we got going on, that rug might not get done until almost winter time.
Oh.
I'm just telling you, honey. One, two, three, four different places in America. They're all opposite directions from each other. Georgia's not next to Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania is not right around the corner from Michigan,
Well.
and it's not right around the corner from Missouri. Since our starting point is in Kentucky every single time, I gotta go from Kentucky to Pennsylvania. I gotta go from Kentucky to Michigan, Kentucky to Missouri, Kentucky to Georgia, and it's a lot. So I don't know if she's gonna have time to do all that.
Everyone liked the spotted one. What? Can you go up here?
Samson Farm says Thomas is the name of the spotted one. Chris P. Bacon.
Oh, he
For
must
me,
have named
please.
his pigs.
Yeah, so I guess one of the name would be Chris P. Bacon. That's a really good name. I like that.
Thank you, Tessie, for saying my rugs are amazing. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, thank you, Busy Little House, about the gift that we gave single family dad. Yeah, I think he really liked it too. It's a really nice 50th anniversary edition of the I think it's Torture for Christ.
Yes.
So it's a really good book.
We like to bless others.
Mm-hmm. And it's really a sober subject, but even though it's a sober subject, it might not be a subject that a lot of people like to think about. But I think it's really inspiring into faith. Really inspiring into faith as well.
Sorry. Someone said they were going to plant bacon seeds, but they ate them before they were able to plant them.
Yeah, McClendon Homestead planted the bacon seeds, but they ate them first.
That's funny.
Utter Chaos Hobby Farm. No, we're not going to Homesteaders of America. Instead, I am going to Israel.
Yep.
I'm going to Israel in October, so we're not able to go to the HOA this year.
We did last year, but yeah. Maybe next year.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. We'll see.
Yep.
And like I said, we really enjoyed ourselves last time. It was a really good conference. All right. So
it was nice talking to you too, Tessie. It did bring back memories.
So it is 8 o'clock. This is where we usually end the show. So any last minute questions, we go ahead and throw those up real quick.
Tessie said she remembers when we got married, how she was so happy for.
That's good. Yeah,
Thank
praise the
you.
Lord. Yeah, thank you for that.
It's been 5 years now, Tessie.
Okay. Looks like no more questions. All right.
Shalom, my friends.
All right.
Shalom. Peace.
So we're going to go ahead and I guess we're going to go ahead and end it here. So we want to tell everybody good night and have a wonderful rest of your week. Remember, next week on Tuesday, I'm going to try to get something together where I can give like a little small class on video editing.
He asked you a quick question.
Okay. What does your shirt say? It says pardoned. Pardoned.
When the Son sets you free, you are free indeed. John 8:36.
Yep. When the Son sets you free, you are free indeed. Amen.
Amen.
So that's what my shirt says. All right, so good night, everybody, and see you next Tuesday. Now,
Bye.
let me fix something here. Got to get my exit.
Okay.